seeing some action from police here. They have shields, they have helmets. Protesters are still arguing back. We're seeing police slowly start to creep up. They were over at that white building, the President's building. In just the past few minutes, they're getting closer and closer to these protesters. Again, they're lining up on this perimeter. They have their helmets on. They have their shields on. These protesters, they've been here since 4 o'clock. They're demanding the University of Utah cut all ties with Israel. They say they will stay here until the school meets those demands. Police acknowledge while the students have a right to peacefully protest, they say they are not allowed to stay here and camp out overnight. Again, those first warnings started coming around 9 o'clock, another one at 9:30, another one around 9:50, that final fourth one at 10:03. They gave that 10-minute warning. That was an hour ago. We're seeing, I want you to see again, this final row of police. They're lining. We were over there. They asked us to move for safety, to get us a little bit further away. Again, so far they say there will be arrests. They will use force. Again, they are declaring this an unlawful assembly. This is still developing. These protesters aren't moving. We'll continue to give you the latest both on air and online at abc4.com. Reporting live from University of Utah, Sarah Murphy, ABC4 News. Back to you. Okay, one more look before we let you.
Okay, that was Sarah Murphy reporting there. A little confusion there as that situation develops very quickly. Again, an hour ago, police gave those students, the protesters, they're not all students. Some people are members of the community. There's some faculty and staff there, we're told by police. Gave them just a few minutes to get out of there. Sarah, let's go back to you and see what's happening now.
Okay, Brian, again, it's a little noisy here. There's a lot going on. I want to give you another live look. We were standing over there where the police were when just minutes ago they started approaching the crowd. Police came to us. They asked us to move. They say we have to stay away from them. They don't want us behind them. You're seeing those protesters, they're still standing arm in arm. They're still shouting back at the police. Again, we're seeing these police line up. They were previously, Jose's going to pan over at that white building on the steps of that building. They gave their final warning officially an hour ago, saying all of these protesters need to clear out. Again, an unlawful assembly. Just minutes ago, they lined up with their helmets, with their shields, slowly starting to approach these protesters more and more. They've been standing in this line for about five minutes or so now. We're still seeing those protesters. Jose's going to pan over to the left. A bit dark. You can see some of their lights. You see those tents. Now, that's the big deal. Again, the university acknowledges these students have the right to peacefully protest, but they say they are not allowed to stay overnight. They say that's a violation of Utah state law and of the University of Utah free speech policy. Again, these police are here. University of Police, Utah Highway Patrol, multiple troops. They're all coming out here. You're hearing these students still yell. They've been here since 4 o'clock. They say, again, they are not leaving until the University of Utah meets those demands. Final look at police with those shields. We're going to continue to keep you updated live in Salt Lake City. Sarah Murphy, ABC4 News.